And the next interview is with Ian. Hello, Ian.
Hello, Darryl. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah,
Now, you're very experienced. You've been dancing a long time. Can you tell us about how and when you started?
Okay, I started dancing back in like the late 70s, and I remember I was at primary school back then, and I know that I used to sort of groove a whole lot to music and all the rest, but that's when my parents said, oh, we have to put him to some form of dancing. My grandfather used to go to one of the bowling clubs, knew a lady that was also had some sons and daughters that did dancing, and they happened to do it at a place called the Shirley Bickley School of Dancing in Hilton. So they suggested, oh, why don't we all go along there and see how I enjoyed it, and I did. But regrettably, for my brother's sake, for him, was he'd come along with me as my twin brother. Yeah. We both started back then. Yeah, so it was, well, I mean, I kept on going. I enjoyed, and I've sort of been, in a sense, been doing it ever since. He hasn't been doing it quite so long.
Yes.
Thank goodness, he says.
And tell us about what you've done with your dancing. So I know you've done qualifications, you've been teaching. Tell us about where it's taken you.
Okay, well, teaching's always been the thing that I've thoroughly enjoyed about dancing, even from when I first stepped on the floor when I saw teachers over at the dance studio I was at. So, I'm just doing some work in the children's classes with Shirley Bickley, and then that generated the fact that she could see some sort of potential in me, so that when I finished going to one of the championships, I think it was the Bicentennial Championships in 1988, she suggested I turn professional so I could help out with her in her dance studio. So I started there, and then as between 88 and into the 90s, when I sort of turned 21, that's when I did my first diploma, associate diploma in ballroom, and because she was always very keen on making sure teachers were qualified, so I then went ahead and started off my first qualification in the ballroom, or the modern, or standard, and then after that, just got right into the idea of continually progressing to do the diplomas for teaching. But I ended up achieving my fellowship level in Latin American. Yeah, but actually then looked at all the styles because I enjoyed ballroom, the Latin, the New Vogue, and the English old time style. Yeah, and of course then in between that, from a practical point of view, the competitions that I did do, had a taste of competitions right the way through. But then from a practical point of view, it was always engage in medals. So I did Oscar awards and at that level. In New Vogue, particularly, and ballroom. Yeah.
Great, good. And tell us about what you do with Ballroom Fit.
What I do with Ballroom Fit?
Yes.
Well, hopefully you don't cause too much of a problem.
No, you don't cause too much of a problem.
For Ballroom Fit. Not too much of a problem. But I must say that I remember getting a phone call from you, Darryl. That was just after COVID, I think, after we were moving out of that phase, and of course that's when things were starting to happen again. Yeah. And was sort of delighted at the fact of you giving me the opportunity to have a go at working with a lady called Jane in the Paradance. Yes. And that was something that was very different than me, but it's something that I actually had a look at over a period of time after I had a little bit of time away, just a couple of years away from dancing, when things sort of changed with where I was teaching, because I'm sure Bickley retired then. And was delighted that you gave me that opportunity. And I guess after that, I've just been from Ballroom Fit and what I've been getting involved in. From there, that generated into, which I was quite excited about. You asked me then to be further involved in doing ability style dance. Yes. Doing the vision impaired style dance.
That's right.
As well, and then also doing I guess you could say the traditional dance that we always do. It's actually made everything, and the chair dancing with the seniors. So it's actually been quite an exciting time in my life, where previously having all that experience and knowledge of the ballroom, now getting the chance to actually look at the different parts of dancing I never had experienced before. So it's been quite a great journey, and felt this journey, and I think that's what I've done. That's what I've been doing at Ballroom Fit, because I think that was the original question you asked me.
That's right, yes.
They were all the things. I've done everything so far. I think I have done everything. Yeah.
Yes, I think you pretty much have done everything too.
Yeah,
yes,
what have I missed?
And well, you also run a daggy disco class.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yes. That's been interesting. Yeah, it's just different. It's a whole different dance style altogether.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's been actually quite unique.
Yeah, and what are your future plans for your own dancing?
What's my future plans in my own dancing? Well, hopefully still keep on dancing, keep the feet going, because I'm getting closer to retirement and old age, sitting in and all the rest of it. But what I really like to do in regards to dancing in that is really try and sort of encourage, I guess, everyone into dancing, like I do at Ballroom Fit. I think I like to encourage everyone into ballroom dancing, but even just to try and see if I can make it more accessible to the general public out there. I think I think sometimes we may be going a little bit away from that. I mean, there's all sorts of things that happen, I guess, in culture and community and lifestyle. But just to still have, sort of do something to demonstrate that there's still quite a lot of value in ballroom dancing and dance sport and an arena, and to bring it to sort of work towards sort of encouraging that and doing things when able to create that access, I think is really important to me as I move through time, because my keenness is obviously to make sure the industry is still there.
Yes.
And strong for those great teachers we have, and we have so many excellent teachers in Western Australia.
We're very blessed. Yes.
They've worked hard and they've achieved an outstanding, world, international, national levels. I want to be there to be the supporting people to encourage those to get into it and to be involved, so they can have the chance to be, to work with these great mentors, and those great mentors, and to have, a good future to look forward to in Western Australia and Australia.
Great. Ian, can I say thank you very much? Can I also say thank you very much for all the work you do for Ballroom Fit?
Oh, thank you.
I really appreciate the fact that you apply yourself to whatever I give you.
I'll try.
You're willing to try anything, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much.
I think it's always be a pleasure. Thank you, Darryl.
Thank you.
Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.